were ready for some more space. And we spent about we're big lookers. My husband really is the biggest looker of them all. And so I entertained the idea. We looked for like 6 or 7 months. And everywhere we'd walk into, we'd find something, oh, this is great, but I wish it had this. Or this is great, but why doesn't, I wish this was this color and now we're gonna have to paint and that kind of stuff. So we kind of just decided that, we assumed that building was gonna be out of our price range. And we were pleasantly surprised to find out it was the exact opposite. It was absolutely in our price range and gave us the opportunity to pick out things and make it personal to us, because we get in houses and we stay. Our previous home we stayed in for almost 7 years, and we plan to do at least that much in this home. So it was important to us to find something that we were going to be comfortable with, that was going to suit our needs for the long term. So we thought building was probably the best option with that. You hear all these nightmares, like Daniel and I always joked, we're never building because we will either kill each other or get divorced. And I'm happy to say neither one of those happened. So, because we always think, everybody says, oh, don't do it, it's the biggest headache, and you'll have this problem come up and this, that, and the other. This was fabulous. I mean, if there were any problems, they were addressed immediately. The lines of communication were open, and it made the whole process extremely comfortable for us to do, and we didn't feel like there was anything going on that we didn't know about. We were encouraged to go by there, which we did every day because it was just a mile down the road from where our current house was. And so it was all a very pleasant experience from the very beginning, which helps in recommending to other people, to go through the building process, because it can be kind of scary and kind of overwhelming. And for us, it went really well. So exhausting because we had been moving all day, and thankfully we had sent our children to go stay with the grandparents for the weekend, and it was kind of nice because it was just us two, which hasn't happened for almost 4 years now. And we were so tired but so excited all at the same time that it was just really neat to be in a new place that already felt like home. People asked me, one of my friends said, how did he transition? Because he's at that age where he understands, this is not where I used to sleep every night and what's, kind of going on. What was great is that they were the superintendent was like, go by, look, walk through it. I got to point to Jackson and tell him every time when we walked in, this will be your room, this will be your playroom, this will be where this goes. And because we went by so frequently, it wasn't even like a transition for him, because he was already so familiar with the area and so familiar with the house that he just sailed right into sleeping in his own room with no problem. Some people worry because of the age that there's going to be the pushback of not feeling comfortable for them, and it was quite the opposite. But probably the best thing about the building was just seeing the final product, seeing everything you picked out come to life, and your wall color mixed with your backsplash and your tile and your wood floors, and just the overall package of seeing it finally put together was very neat. Angela was great. Angela and my husband had known each other from a Leadership Jinx program, and when we started to think about building, since we decided we couldn't find anything that we liked that was already built, he said, I'm in contact with Angela, she works for Simmons, we should just give her a call or stop by our office. So we did 2 or 3 times, and every time I felt bad because I was like, she'd be ready, what are you looking for? And we were like, well, we don't know, we like this and we like that. And I'm kind of the person who's ready, when we're ready to make a decision, I'm ready to go. And it took my husband a little push in the direction of, let's do this, we can do this. We probably wasted enough of her time, let's just go ahead and let's figure out what we want to do. So she was great. She worked with us, answered every question that we ever had. She helped me out on the side with some things that probably were not part of her job description, but she was so willing to help with whatever we needed her to help with, and so open and gets back with responses. I still text her to this day if I have questions about the neighborhood and what's planning to be developed with it. But she was fabulous. She's great. It was wonderful. I mean, there was really nothing that I felt like I would have done differently in that process. I felt like, I think the biggest thing when people build, and I said this before, was is the line of communication open between the builder and I guess the home buyer. And I felt like that was always open. My questions were always answered in a timely fashion. And I was never left hung out to dry with anything. So I appreciated that.